Everyone, in today's video we're going to be having a look at Kadena, KDA. We got 243,000 people on the watch list, currently traded at $7.41, so this is fantastic. We're also going to be having a look at Bitcoin because we know Bitcoin is king, so we're going to be doing two technical analysis on KDA, Kadena, and Bitcoin. But let's have a look at Kadena, performing very well in my opinion in this bear market. We have a market cap of $1.2 billion, so this is fairly low in my opinion for Kadena. I think this is going to be a $100 billion market cap in the next 5 years, in my honest opinion. Of course, guys, this is not financial advice, so always do your own research and due diligence. So I'm very bullish on Kadena in my opinion. This is a very good coin, layer 1 solution, proof of work, of course, so you could actually mine this, mineable right here. This is just a small background for those of you guys who don't know. So we're going to be having a look at that. We're also going to be having a look at silver, because silver is pretty big right now. We are currently in this nice little cup and handle situation on the 1 hour time frame. So as you guys can see right here, we do have a cup and a handle right here. So let's start off with Kadena, because we know Kadena is this is what the video is going to be about. And another thing is that silver, it's a good hedge essentially. So you want to be I mean, you always want to hedge yourself and essentially, you know, limit losses, right? So we're going to be having a look at silver also, even though this is not a commodity channel. But that being said, this is the trend on Kadena. This is not the greatest trend, okay? But ever since right here, I would say, we had a nice little downtrend, okay? So we had 1 peak, 2 peak, 3 peak, and now we're just you know, hanging out, chilling at this trend line. Now the question is, are we going to get rejected and essentially come back down and retest and maybe come back to my target, or are we going to essentially break out? If we break out, we should see a nice little breakout to 12, 11, 13, $14, see a nice little 100% pump. Of course, this depends on how Bitcoin reacts. We're going to have a look at Bitcoin as well in just a second, but let's have a look at the exponential moving average real quick. On the EMA ribbon, we are looking very nice in my opinion. I mean, we are above the exponential moving average, which is good. On the 4 hour time frame, we're going to have a look at the daily first, in a second, but we came back, had a nice little we had 3 rejections right here on the 20 moving average, which is the yellow line, and pop back up. So things are looking very nice, very solid. On the daily time frame is a different story, guys. We know that daily time frame EMA ribbon is very important. We are still not above the trend line, we are still not above the 55 exponential moving average, and we are still in this triangular pattern. So if I actually take this away, we've been in this pattern essentially, waiting for a breakout. Now, because we are in a downtrend, this most likely is going to break towards the downside. Can this be a fake out? Yes, very possible. Now, at the end of the day, guys, this depends on Bitcoin. There's a few levels we're going to have to watch, okay? The number 1 level is this trend line. We know the trend is your friend until it bends. There's no question, okay? The second level is this line right here at 4.8. And for resistance, in order for Kadena to break out, we want to have a look at this this resistance right here. Technically, you could say that we broke the resistance if we you know, if we look at it like this, because this was a nice little triangle, or a nice little trend line, downward trend line. But you could also have a look at it like that. But you know, there's really a bunch of ways to look at it in my opinion. This is probably the best way, in my opinion, because we do have because of this peak right here. But we do have to play all sorts of charts. We do have a resistance right here as well, guys, and this resistance right here actually meets up with this support. And if I actually drag it all around, we do have this level right here, and we actually got rejected by this level right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this level right here, 8.48, is a pretty strong level, which we currently got rejected at. Where we could probably most likely going to come back down and retest. If we have a look at the RSI, we are currently at 54, which is it's in the middle, but on the 4 hour time frame, we seem pretty overbought right here. Not yet. I mean, overbought is above 70, but on the 1 hour we are, or we were, sorry. Very interesting. We do have a little bit of room to grow right here, but on the 4 hour we see him it seems a little bit tired. It seems like it wants to come back down, so we're probably going to do that. Of course, this depends on Bitcoin, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, nothing matters, only Bitcoin matters. I always do my T on Bitcoin first before trading any other altcoins. Can we come back and retest this region right here at 41,000? Very, very possible. So there's a few regions we have to look at. Okay, the number one region is this one, the support level, and the second support level is 39,000. Why 39,000? We had this nice little consolidation phase. We had this nice little peak right here, nice little rejection right here, and this right here can be a start of a right shoulder essentially. So this is a left shoulder, then we got the head, and then we got the right shoulder. Now if this ends up playing out, okay, this inverse head and shoulder, let's see where the target can be. If I take this from the bottom to the top of the neckline would be something like this approximately. Okay, let me remove this so it doesn't confuse you guys. But if I take this right here and I put it a nice little breakout, it's 53,000. Now we know that 53,000 is a huge level. I mentioned multiple times in my videos that I wouldn't be bullish until we break 52,000. Why 52, 53,000? Well, if I actually extend this line right here, we have a resistance right here. Not only do we have a resistance right here, we had a support that flipped to resistance, and we got a rejection right here. I could even take this way further, guys. Look at that. Boom, rebound, and that's about it. So this level right here is quite important. And once again, guys, this is how you know technical analysis does work. Look at this, inverse head and shoulder, boom. Take this target from the top of the neckline to the bottom, put it to the top side, boom, 53,000, beautiful target. Can this happen? Yes. Can we have a nice little fake out and come down? Yes. Another thing is we also have the double bottom on the 4-hour time frame, something that we have to, on the daily time frame, something that we have to keep in mind. Okay, this is a W pattern, guys. W patterns are bullish, so we have two bullish patterns on Bitcoin. Okay, and where can this go again? Once again, this can also reach 53,000. So this is why we have to wait for the breakout, guys. It's very important to wait for Bitcoin to break out and not to essentially FOMO. And I know a lot of people wanted a FOMO right here, but it's not good to FOMO on the 4-hour time frame. We were a little bit overbought right here. We came back down. In my opinion, we still have some more room to come down. On the 1-hour time frame, it looks like we came down pretty well. But guess what? This is essentially a bearish divergence. When you have a nice little increase right here and a decrease on an RSI, this is not usually a good news. This is a bearish divergence. So all these signs are very important at the end of the day, guys. We have to keep in mind not to FOMO into the charts, and that's about it. We could also come back and retest the 200 moving average. We're still below it. Until then, we're still going to be bearish, guys. Last thing is silver. Quick TA on silver, currently trading at $25.26. So not only are we above the 200 moving average on the daily time frame since the 20th of July 2020. But something that I do want to look at is that we broke a massive trend line, okay? This is the trend right here, guys. The trend is your friend until it bends, as we know. We were in a downward trend line right here. Boom, came back, broke out. Beautiful rejection. Another thing is, guys, we know in wars, silver performs very well. Silver and gold performs very well. So another thing I want to have a look at is this cup and handle, okay? This beautiful cup and handle that we have on silver. Okay, if we have this right here, we take this, put it at the neckline, and this would be, of course, this would be the cup right here, and then this would be the handle. What can be the price prediction? Well, price prediction is I would take this right here, put it to the top at the breakout, assuming we take a nice little breakout right here, 26.89. This should be a 5% pump, maybe a little bit more, maybe 5.5, exactly 5.5%. So this is a 5.5% pump on silver. If you're playing with leverage, guys, of course, this can be a fantastic gain. And that's about it. If you guys like this video, guys, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.